they're seeing some of the worst of this intensity from this storm, and this is an incredibly powerful Category 4 storm.
And we have a very special edition of News 15 at 9 tonight. We're here live at Festival International, and let's take a look right now at the sea of people out here.
We're going to get straight into those COVID-19 numbers right here across Acadiana. So let's take a look at the map. You can't just take in your news from anywhere you see it, from someone's friend, someone's dad posted this. Look and make sure it's a reputable source. You want your sheriff's office, your police offices, your actual emergency offices, and of course news. Places like News 15, and you can check in with KADN.com. Here's our website right now. Easily our best story tonight. A woman received an unexpected surprise when she opened the mail and saw her new driver's license. Okay, you're always worried about a bad driver's license photo, but this is a whole new thing I didn't know I had to be worried about. Yeah. Catholic Charities of Acadiana ended volunteer activities in March due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but they're ready to ramp back up. The St. Landry Parish chapter of the NAACP is calling on the State Board of Elementary and Secondary Education to delay the start of the school year. So tell us, how is Second Harvest holding up under what I'm assuming is immense pressure here? Just how deep of an economic hole is the local economy in right now? So first, you got to tell me, what is rapid definitive molecular testing? Dan joins us now from his home where he's quarantining himself as he awaits results from today's test. So Dan, when did you start feeling symptoms and how are you feeling right now? And with COVID-19 cases rising at nursing homes across the nation, here at News 15, we wanted to investigate the trends at our local long-term care facilities. We're worried at first about finding the storm damage, but that turned out not to be a problem at all. Take a look at this, about a quarter mile of damage here along Highway 3170. When you see these limbs that are down, power lines that are down, so it's important to not fall into this sense of complacency. A heartbreaking situation, a 72-year-old woman, deaf and mute. Now police believe she's been murdered. Her body was discovered just yards away from where we're standing out here. The investigation is ongoing into what exactly caused the crash. They're only in the preliminary stages right now, but many chose to leave the room as the jury once again watched the horrific video capturing Vincent's death. A heart-stopping moment caught on camera in North Carolina. Take a look at this and watch the bottom left corner of your screen from the kayaker's point of view. That big surge of water is an alligator. The Mardi Gras parades have all been canceled, the festivities and celebrations put on hold, but there's one part of Mardi Gras that can't be stopped. The king cake. This is a full-scale production. It takes about 50 people here, volunteers, all working together to make this happen. But before we can get to it, we have to follow the rules, and I have to get ready. So, now we're ready. First, if you're looking for love online, keep in mind which sites you're using. Dating sites like eHarmony or Match require you to fill out a questionnaire and often charge a fee up front. But social media is a much easier place for scammers to target. But today our focus is on something else entirely, and that's lunch. Let's go. So here's a familiar face. Paper, we need 10 packages of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically all the paper in Dollar General. The average person couldn't afford to pay for the services it takes to train a dog like Cajun here. You aren't gonna believe this. It's from Santa Claus. The freshest honey that I've ever eaten in my life. And it is so good. What's your favorite flavor? The entire training experience is extremely realistic. It feels like we're taking off right now. December 9th, 1989. It's the day that shook Evelyn Broussard's world. Even now, 30 years later, the memories come rushing back. A devastating phone call. Her husband walking toward her with the news no parent should ever hear.
And he came walking out of the house, and I could see it in his face that my daughter was gone.
December 9th, 1989 is the day her daughter was murdered.
It was one of the worst things that I have ever experienced in my lifetime. And I don't think anybody can go through anything worse than that.
Yolanda Broussard was just 22 years old when her life was taken with a bullet to the head. She was one of 4 kids, a big family, devastated in an instant.
You know, it was very surreal. It's something that you hear it, but then the brain doesn't process it.
But Yolanda wasn't alone when it happened. Her 3-year-old daughter, Seneca, was in the home.
She told me that there was this person that choked her mom before she died.
Like, just knowing that I was there and knowing what an event like that is like is terrifying.
We wanted to take a closer look at just what it is that makes this game so special. It's been 20 years since the Tea Cotton Bowl first began, but let's take a look back in time.
The year is 1999. Sacred Heart loses to VILLE PLATTE 39-13. But junior defensive lineman Jacob Fontenot isn't sad about the loss.
We got in the car after the game, he said, "Daddy, I know we got our butts whipped, but that was the funnest game of the year." And I saw that. I saw how Sacred Heart was gracious in defeat and VILLE PLATTE was humble in victory and how the kids got along. He said, "Boy, it's funny, we can't do anything to make it more special." I said, "Well, what about a trophy?" We filled it with cotton, since we have the Cotton Festival over here, and we call it the Tea Cotton Bowl. And so that's become the traveling trophy, and that's how it started.
Tim and his son never imagined what it would grow into over the next 20 years. The Tea Cotton Bowl has gotten attention from all over the world.
He blessed our game, and now he passed away. Now he's actually a saint. So we actually have our own patron saint, and I think that's pretty cool.